All right. All right, guys, good morning to everybody here in the live stream. I'm glad to see you here as always. Looks like we got a few people in here, so that's a good start. So in my personal opinion today, I think today is going to be very, very choppy and very slow. Then again, I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, but for me personally, my watch list isn't the prettiest. It's not my typical watch list, and basically that's because if the market isn't in your favor, you kind of have to adapt and work your way around what you're not comfortable with and figure out a new game plan. So that's basically what I had to do today, is throw in some stocks that I personally had to pick a different game plan for than my typical go-to, and that's going to happen. In trading, that's going to happen when, for whatever reason, the market isn't giving you what you want. You're going to have to take what you can get, okay? So for me personally, there's a few stocks I have on my watch. I do have DCTH on watch. Not that I really want to, but I do have it on there. My second one is CUR, which is Cure. Not a biggest fan of, but I'll give you the reasons why we're going to look at that one. GoPro. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of GoPro, but I have it on watch. And then the other one I have on watch is ZAIS, okay? So, again, sometimes the market will be very choppy and you won't trade at all. Sometimes you may be a particular person that likes to go long on stocks, and there's not going to be any stocks that are providing or showing great potential to go long. And that's when you're going to have to be able to switch from long to short. And I know some of you may not be able to short stocks right now, and that's okay. This will just be kind of like an introduction for you, kind of learning the steps of shorting. So personally, I have 3 stocks that I'm looking at, or is it 2? No, I have 2 stocks I'm looking at shorting and 2 I'm looking at going long. So enough talking there. Let's go ahead and start sharing the screen. Also, something I did want to mention was yesterday somebody shouted out in the chat what my opinion was on BW, and I gave my personal opinion in which I didn't think BW was going to be one of the greatest plays for the day, and then look what happened. It ended up being absolute killer. But based on the pre-market action and everything, there was no way to tell that it was going to be that good. Same with DCTH. DCTH just popped out of nowhere yesterday. All right. So again, sometimes these stocks will just come out of nowhere. Okay. So right now we're looking at DCTH. Let me widen this screen. So this is the 1 minute chart. You know what? We'll hop out and do a 5 minute. 1 minute's can be a little strenuous on the eyes. All right, guys. So now we're looking at yeah, exactly, Philip. I like what you said there. Lemonades and gives you tomatoes, okay? So looking at this chart, we're looking at DCTH. Everybody is familiar with DCTH, all right? But, I mean, think about this, right? So, you know, if I can't really zoom out on this one, let me do 5 day, 5 minutes. So look at this, right? So how is it possible ever to be 100% right and predict that move? Look at DCTH. There is really no way to predict this big price jump before it happens. It kind of just happened, okay? For whatever reason, people started buying it, and then momentum picked up, and then the thing absolutely ripped, okay? Okay, you might be able to say the fact that, I mean, this is probably it, the fact that it was right on that 9-10 cent area, and it does have previous support there. If I hop into a 20-day, 1 hour chart, you can see that right in this area, and I'll draw a trend line for you guys, right in this area, it does have support right there. Okay, you see that? It had support here within this zone. You see it bounced here, kind of rose, and then if you come back to the present day, which is right in here, it bounced again right off that area. So again, maybe the fact that there was some strong support built there, but out of nowhere, it absolutely killed it. Okay, so predictions like that, very hard to make, but you know, once they happen, now we can put them on watch. Okay. Oh, articles came out yesterday on DCTH. Maybe that's another one. News. So maybe news came out yesterday, and that was the reason that it jumped. Okay. Yeah, so there's one news about them filing an 8K, which was not even yesterday. Well, not in TOS. It may be somewhere else, okay? So maybe there was news released on it. I don't see it on TOS, so maybe somewhere else. okay? But besides the fact, taking a closer look at this, what I would like to do with DCTH is simply this. I'm simply going to watch the stock. And the reason I have it on watch right now is because of the big move that it made yesterday. I guarantee you there are tons of people right now that are very interested in DCTH. The volume is going crazy. On average, all right, so DCTH has a 489 million share float, average volume of 107 million, right now trading at 148 million. So trading way above its average volume, okay? Yes, it has a big float, but it also trades at about 110 million shares a day, okay? So very, very big volume. Seeking article. Okay, so it was on Seeking Alpha, maybe the news, okay? So again, the only reason I'm watching DCTH is because the amount of volume it's seen yesterday. I can assure you that there's tons of people probably watching DCTH to see if it can continue to move. So ideally, what would be nice is to see it break above this 13 cent mark intraday. Maybe right out of the gates, that would be awesome. It has to continue holding this trend here. All right, if it breaks below this trend line going upwards, good chance we're going to see a downtrend, especially if it breaks below 12. It's possible to see a bounce, but all I'm looking for on DCTH is to see it continue running, and the only way it's really going to do that is if we break through 13, and then we break through 13.5, which is right about there, okay? So first I want to get through this downward trend line, which is the one right here where my cursor's at. Let me zoom in this. So first I want to see it break here, and then break through here. Potential long on DCTH. With enough volume, this thing can really move. But then again, DCTH is very well known for getting pumped up and is coming straight back down, okay? So again, DCTH only on watch because I want to see it potentially run. Dude, Keon, I'm super happy to hear that. I mean, that's kind of why I'm here. I love to trade stocks. I mean, this is basically what I mean, I do this every single morning. I'm up 7:30, sometimes 6:30, looking at stocks, getting ready for the day, and this is basically what I do every single day. So I'm glad that in one way or the other I was able to help you out, okay? So on to the next one. That was DCTH again. I'm going to go through as quick as I can. So next one is CUR. I do have some issues with CUR, and I know that I kind of bash some people a little bit when they say look at the stock and there's low volume. But again, this is a stock that is trading on very low volume, so I'm not very particularly excited nor very, very interested in the stock. But again, I told you the game plan has changed a little bit today. So let's go over this. CUR did have some news this morning. 7 o'clock, 7:20, and almost 8 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. It announces that they have an issue of 2 new patents. So they have issued and been granted 2 new patents, and their stock is gapping up a little bit. The only reason I actually like this stock is because the news that it has, and it has a 9 million share float, so very low float, so it can move very quickly. But the only downside is the fact that on average it trades 372,000 shares of volume. Currently only trading, previous day, trading 121,000 shares of volume. So it trades on very, very light volume. So CUR could be a good play only if we have volume pickup today. If for whatever reason people acknowledge the news that came out this morning, then we could potentially see it pop and run because we have enough volume there. At this particular time, there's not enough volume on CUR to give us any significant move. And if it is a significant move, it's going to come right back down. If this is the jump up in price, okay, CUR will come right back down because there's not enough volume and not enough traders to consistently hold it up, okay? So ideally, what I'm going to go for is a break of 127. This stock has to hold that 120 area, okay? This stock right now has to hold 120. If it falls below 120, it's probably going to be done for the day, and we're not going to see much, okay? Okay, so basically, we want to see a break pre-market high 127 with a lot of volume, and we cannot see a break below 120. Um, so Johnny, so whether or not a stock has, so to answer your question really quick, between the ask and the bid, okay, so let me pop up, let me go down here and pop up my level 2, if anything's going, okay, so there is some trading taking place right now. So Johnny, when you're looking, when you're looking at a level 2, really, when you're looking at the bid and you're looking at the ask, right now, for example, if you turn your page to CUR and put up your level 2, you will see that CUR has a 1 penny spread. The bid is $1.22, while the ask is $1.23. So whether or not the stock has low volume, you're not going to get screwed because the bid and the ask, because it's only a penny difference. But what you can get screwed on, say if you buy 10,000 shares of a stock that only trades on average, a couple, 50,000 shares a day, then yeah, there's not a lot of people willing to buy that stock. So when you're trying to sell it at a given price, there may be nobody there that's willing to buy your shares at that given price. And then you may get screwed because you'd have to sell it at a lower price at which somebody's willing to buy. Okay. So that's for another time. There can go a lot more into that. But for now, let's move on. NXT just, so I did, Betty, somebody has sent me a message through Discord about NXT-ID. So I definitely am going to take a look at that. The last one, and then we're going to start taking a look at your guys's, and then maybe into the, we're definitely looking at NXT-ID, no doubt. I've got a message from a few of my buddies to take a look at NXT-ID, so that's definitely something we're going to look at. First, let's take a look at, GoPro real fast. And this is really primarily for people looking to short, okay? So really, if we come up here and we look at GoPro, so I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with GoPro, but GoPro is very fond of not really holding its highs sometimes, and they release a lot of news that isn't the best. The news looks good, but it's not. It usually isn't that great. Okay, like 8 in the morning, there's a bunch of news released, like an extreme amount of news. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 different releases about GoPro this morning. That is huge. It's almost fake, okay? It's almost like a stock getting pumped, okay? We've seen it. When stocks get pumped, there's tons and tons of releases, and this is a great example of where I'm seeing GoPro getting pumped up by news, and then we have this huge gap based on news. We have this huge gap up. But is the news really worth it? I don't think it is, okay? And I think that based on previous price action on GoPro, this could be a very good short. I mean, if you look at the daily, it gets pumped up very high. And around this $10 area, $10.90, and it comes right back down. And right now we're in that $10.40 area. So for me personally, the way I see GoPro is potentially, actually let me get back out of this and go into the 1 minute. Me potentially see a short below $10. If we can break $10 here intraday, I'd be more than willing to take a short position. And probably, so if we're looking at this, short below 10 intraday, first target price is probably going to be right about 950, 960 area. Probably that would be my short. That's where I foresee a bounce coming, and that's probably where I would short the stock, okay, or get out of my short position. So I know a lot of you guys aren't into shorting, but that was my thought process on it. So let's go ahead and take a look at NXT-ID real fast. So let's see. It had some news. That was a big thing. Is it had some news? Bank of America and NXT-ID subsidiary FitPay collaborate to accelerate wearable and loyalty payment adaptation. So it looks like NXT is collaborating with the Bank of America in one way or the other to make advancements in retail payment systems. So I don't know if that's in one of the releases, it says that it's collaborating to accelerate wearable payment options. So maybe they're going to make little wristbands you wear, and then you just kind of tap them or something like that. That's a possibility I could see. And Okay, so it's Fitbit. Is that? Oh, FitPay. Okay, so that makes sense. So it looks like all these companies are coming together, Fitbit, Bank of America, and NXT-ID, to make some wearable device to make a quick payment option when you're going to the store. So it's possible we could definitely see a run out of this. Let's look at the daily. Right now it's at 225. Okay, so right now, guys, we are at the price of NXT-ID is at 225. The only way I will enter this stock or enter position on the stock is we have to pick up in volume, and the stock has to break above 230. Right where I drew this line, got to break above that line to go long on the stock. Okay, if you look down here on the daily, we have clear resistance right at the 200 moving average. Okay, if you look, clear resistance right on the 200 moving average. It's gone there before and been rejected. It's gone there a second time, been rejected. Right now, the price is right here at 225. So we have to get above the purple line right here to go long. And that purple line is right here where I made this white line on the 1 minute chart. Okay, so we got to get above about 230, 231 to see this thing have a run or potential. And again, we need to have way more volume than it's seeing right now. Okay. I have one. It's called an Apple Watch. So, and Fitbit looks like it's moving up as well. So, again, let me take a look here at FRED, and we'll take a look at BW. So, BW first. So, again, BW is one that I was completely wrong about yesterday. Well, it was just hard to judge based on pre-market action and its trend that it was following. It went for a red to green. It started off red, came back for a U-shaped curl breakout, which was very nice. And look at this. I mean, there was so much profit to be made in this area. Just this alone was a 20% move. Big move. So, again, I mean, if you look down here on the daily, let's point something out here. All right, let me zoom in. This is the importance of following your moving averages on a 1 year chart, and I stress this all the time. Look at, that's hard to see for you guys, I bet. But if you look down here, if you can see that where my cursor's at, you have this green candle. That green candle reached the 20 moving average. This yellow line or orange line. Right here, this orange line is where the previous day, yesterday, BW came up and it touched that moving average, and then it came right back down. And that's because that's a major point of resistance on a 1 year chart, which is in conjunction with your 1 minute charts or 2 minute charts. So it went right up to there and peaked out. So we are very high off 339. So today, honestly, BW, if it can perform and stay above $3, it has to stay above $3. A break below $3 could signal a strong downtrend, and that could bring in panic selling. All right, so we do want to see a break above $3, and that's kind of my entry point right there. I want to see a break above maybe 306, 305, and then potentially retest 339. Okay, that's where we could see resistance right at the previous high of day. Right about 339. That would be my go-to thing there for BW. Then again, I'm not sure. I was wrong on BW yesterday, so we'll see. All right, we'll definitely see. Now somebody also mentions FRED. FRED was one that we caught moving intraday yesterday. So again, look at this. Perfect example, guys. All right, so I love what I do, and I love being able to call out stocks for me and for anybody who watches my live streams, but you just can't be right 100% of the time. And actually, I think I forgot to put this on watch today. We'll talk about it. Okay, so again, I want to say I do want to apologize to some of you guys because you can't be right 100% of the time. And for example, right, if you're looking at FRED, if you look at this pre-market action, again, like I said, a lot of times stocks that make big moves are the ones that have very little movement pre-market. And if you look at this, this had literally no volume and no signs of anything pre-market. And then right out of the gates, boom, it moves 15%. Okay, so let's stress this for a second. You will not always be able to spot the best plays based on what you're looking at, and sometimes they're just going to come out of nowhere. And that's where I explain that you have got to have some type of momentum scanner that picks up stocks starting to move very quickly, trading on high volume and moving up on big percent. And that's how you're going to find stocks like this moving intraday. And we did it within our Discord chat room and our live chat. We said, hey, FRED is on the move, on the move, on the move. And we caught it as it was moving. From there, you'll just pick spots to enter, right? So FRED is moving. You could have got in right here on the pullback down to the 9, which is support, bought in there, and then you could have rode this thing up for a 9–10% gain, okay? So tons of area for potential and opportunity. So FRED, I do like the way this is actually setting up right now. If you notice, all right, what do you notice about this chart? Well, it definitely went down, but yesterday it found support right on about the $6.25 mark right there, bounced, and now it's curling back up. So today it's possible we can see FRED come back up to retest 698. If it can break through $7, it'll be a strong buy up until about 720, 730, and then we could see resistance on the 1-year chart, okay? So some things to watch out for, but Fred has potential for a U-shaped breakout intraday, which is this right here, where it goes down and then it forms a U and it breaks right back out. So there is definitely some potential there, all right? Definitely potential on FRED today. So personally, I do like FRED. GoPro, for me, potential short below 10. The other one we just looked at, gosh, I already forgot the name of it, NXT-ID. NXT-ID still, I mean, it's just kind of chilling, hanging out. It just broke down below 220, sitting at 215 now. Not very strong, but again, we can keep it on watch as long as volume comes back in. Do you have a momentum scanner share on you? So Ashley Madison, if you go to my YouTube channel, I believe under instructional playlist, I do have a video on my momentum scanner. I actually have a few scanners for pre-market, momentum. There's a few things that I have there, so you can definitely go there, check it out, and set yours up the same as mine. Yeah, Hugo from Windsor. Anybody, feel free to answer that question. Who in here is making mine? BW edged up. Let's take a look at BW. It looks like it might be moving, somebody said. So yeah, BW, I like that. It's edged up. We're breaking out a little bit right now, so hopefully BW can continue this pattern. It has a huge gap to still fill up to $11. So this is one we could see BW potentially run for the next few days. It's been very strong these past week. So I'm going to myself just keep it on watch. Evan, the link to the Discord will be in the description box below. So you can go ahead and check that out either during the video or after the video, you know, whenever you get the time. And then, so again, that GoPro and Fit just hit my mover scanner. So BW only 4,900. All right, so let's take a look back over to GoPro. Let's see what's happening here. Oh. Okay, so GoPro still holding strong. If it doesn't break, and here's the thing, if it doesn't break below 10 strong, I'm not going to short it, and it might be a long, okay? This could be setting up for a nice long position if it breaks. If it breaks that descending triangle pattern, we could be going long on GoPro. You never know. It just depends on how it plays out. CUR question? Let's see, CUR. Okay, so CUR looks like it kind of just bounced back a little bit. Okay, so this is starting to set up a little nice. Okay, this is starting to look better because now we're getting volume. The volume's definitely picking up and it's trending sideways. It's just consolidating. So we could see a nice breakout on this. And again, it has a very, very low float. If volume comes, it could definitely just pop, okay? All right, yes. KTOS, I will definitely look at, and then I got to hop into the pre-market here real quick. So KTOS. Again, I'm not, so this is above my price range. I'm not someone who plays stocks even above like maybe $10. Even GoPro for me is a little bit different. So technically, let's say 312, 313. So yesterday, KTOS would have been probably a good buy right at about this dip area. And the only reason I say that is because if you look on your daily chart, which is right down here, it was bouncing right off support. So yesterday, a great entry would have been right here. Is it going to continue today? Possibly. I don't know. I'm not the best at looking at bigger price stocks for me like this. I'm more of like a penny stock trader, like I said. This is not my particular go-to. But KTOS would have been a buy at about $13.20 yesterday. Raymond, yeah, for the most part, I basically use Thinkorswim for everything. I use it for my charts. I use it for news, level 2. I use it occasionally for trading. I don't trade with it very often. Occasionally I'll trade with Thinkorswim. I'm not the biggest fan of their trading like setup with the buy buttons and all the sell buttons. I'm more of a fan. I use SureTrader, and SureTrader to me is much easier. I like it way better, but that's just me, okay? And now, lastly, we had to look at the pre-market scan here real quick. Okay, so CLNT is up. So again, we have these few that are up. Let's just take a quick look at them. CLNT is up 27%. Wow. Okay. What is going on here with it? There's got to be a catalyst. Got to be some type of news. Okay, there's definitely news. Oh, wow. Okay. So CLNT is to develop a blockchain sharing economy with eCoin, so that probably has something to do with cryptocurrency. Yes. Okay, so has entered into an agreement with eCoin development to develop and operate a cryptocurrency system to support the development of sharing ecosystem based on blockchain solutions. So that is great news for CLNT, a penny stock, to be involved with cryptocurrency. That's big, okay? Very big. This might be a winner today. This could be it, okay? So we'll just watch it. Again, it's kind of selling off. So we'll see what it's going to do. If it breaks below, I mean, if it continues to break down, it's not going to be so hot, but we'll just keep it on watch, okay? All right, stock market watch, early pre-market. Stock market watch, email pre-market. Let's see. So it said VSTM. VSTM has possibility today. I've been watching it. You know, there could be some people shorting it, trying to get below 5. And if it pushes back up above 5, we could see it really run. I mean, there's a lot to go on. For any of you guys that like higher price stocks, I'm going to shout out right now. ALNY, I believe is what it is. ALNY, is that it? ALNY. ALNY is a very higher price stock, but apparently one of their drugs that they did testing on ended up killing somebody. So yeah, one of their drugs that they ended up testing ended up killing somebody. So now there's a huge sell-off occurring, and this is another potential short. VSTM, like Philip Franklin said, VSTM could very well squeeze today because there's probably a lot of people that were shorting it and hoping that it continues to go down. They may get short squeezed today. So yeah, that's bad, Ashley. Definitely bad. Definitely bad. Okay, so today, again, wasn't my typical go-to stream that I'd like to have. There was a lot of different stuff going on. So, again, a lot different than my typical go-to. So, we're just going to sit back. To me, today, I have a few that I'm going to watch, but primarily, I'm probably just going to take it easy and just be very patient and just wait for the right play. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I'm not going to really push anything. I don't have time to check out any more. If you want, you guys can channel your way over to Ricky. He's going to do his live stream now. Again, he's more of a technical trader. There might be stuff you'll learn from him that I don't necessarily teach. So I just recommend hopping over there if you haven't ever seen his live stream before. That way you can learn from him. And if there's something he promotes that I don't, great, that's good for you. But I particularly have a style that I stick to. And if you guys see value, I appreciate it. So I'll be here. So once again, thank you for tuning in. And this Friday, I'm going to be doing an Amazon gift card giveaway. So if you guys tune in, I'll let you know how we can have that run and who can win it. Basically, it's just going to come down to commenting, liking, and sharing one of the videos. And if you do all that, I'm just going to randomly pick 3 people. and you guys are going to be sent an Amazon gift card through your email. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully you guys win some money today trading, and I'll see you tomorrow. All right, sounds good.